Hi, so I'm at the Harold Washington Library, and I'm in the piano room. I wanted to share another piece of me, and this is more of an interest of mine that has really helped me, in many ways, and it's something that can help every human being, right? Because we have to eat every day. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about cooking. It's something that I've been thinking about it lately, and for 6 years I really struggled with my diagnosis of bipolar, with moods, medication, and I was able to nanny my niece and nephew after school for a couple hours and also cook dinner 3 days out of the week. So that was something that was really new, and that was this past year. And in cooking for 3 people, 3 adults, and also preparing the meals for my niece and nephew, but specifically those dinners for the 3 adults, in looking back to why did I progress so significantly within a year? And I think that was a huge part of it. I had lost a lot of confidence in myself, in decision making, and and I've always been super sensitive to time, being in sports, right? You're counted down, you're timed for many activities. So I lost a lot of that I don't know, fight in me, and lo and behold, cooking for 3 really helped regain that, right? There's so much to cooking for people, for your family, and that's why it's primarily mothers cook meals for their family. It's a lot of work. It's a lot. So specifically, you have to plan. You got to find recipes, right? You have to figure out, okay, and I'm gonna go through. We'll see how long this goes, but there's a lot to it that you think, oh, I'm just gonna cook dinner for the family, or you don't appreciate somebody who does it often. It's helped me appreciate mothers specifically, but also people who do cook for their family on a daily or often basis. So you have to figure out recipes, and then when choosing a recipe, you gotta pick ones that have ingredients that aren't too expensive, right? Are in your budget, but also the people who like it. So you have to understand what they enjoy, because when you come home from work, you want to eat a meal, and you want to go to bed dang, that was a good meal, I really enjoyed that, right? So there's a lot that goes into just choosing a recipe, and there's many websites online that are really good in finding different types of ways to prepare food. So there's a lot of recipes, but that's a process, just choosing. And then so once you choose, okay, well, now you got to figure out what you have in your home or what you have to go get at the grocery store, and you want to buy for the week, right? You don't want to keep going to the store. So there's that management, and foreseeing what you need and being able to collect that, and time spent going to the store. So recipe, getting the items, and then the cooking of it, the timing. There's a lot of time management, and especially when you have kids. There was one time where I was cooking, and it was a harder recipe than I had done before. And so I was kind of stressed out, and I was with time, you gotta be specific, especially with meat. You have to be cautious with how you how long you cook it, and or let it sit, or so I remember Eleanor was asking me a question, and she had many questions, and I turned to her and I was like, Eleanor, I am like trying really hard to make this dinner. Can you please ask questions after? It was like the most direct I've ever been with her, and like just like she could see and tell my like point of I'm really struggling. So you're gonna have to save your question. So yeah, so not only like that time management, but it gets you in a like hustle and a bustle in the kitchen. And I would sweat a lot because, you know, I want it to be good, and you know, I want it to present it in a nice way, and I want the kitchen clean, and yeah, so there's a lot that goes into it, and I do really give it credit, that like that job of mine as something that helped me regain confidence in my decision making, in my ability to plan and organize and execute something within a given time. And even though I'm sweating and like get stressed, I'm able to get it together, clean up whatever it is, sit down and enjoy the meal. And that's a huge part also, not only the process and execution of cooking, preparing, cooking, and presenting the food, but also enjoying, being mindful of what I'm eating and really appreciating, like, oh, like this step, you know, made it look like this, or allowed the vegetables to get to this certain texture, and, you know, cutting, you know, the vegetables in this way really helped the meal be more enjoyable. So, you know, like in knowing how what happens, or what decisions are made in cooking, it is also more helpful in being more mindful when eating and really enjoying what you eat. And so, yeah, not only did I gain confidence in my abilities, right, but also in I didn't gain confidence in eating, right, just more mindful, but it was easier to choose healthier foods. I guess that's what it was. Like when you like cook, you get like more into like, ooh, olive oil and just a little bit of butter, or just those little like differences that if you're eating processed food or fast food or eating out all the time, you don't really know what's going in the food. And when you look at recipes, you see a new vegetable and you're like, well, what's that vegetable? And you're like, well, what does that vegetable do for your body, right? So it kind of just like organically and without force helps you see what you're putting in your body. And that's huge in cooking. And I like growing up, we ate a lot of a good amount of fast food, right? We didn't have too much money. Like White Castle was a regular, but like Burger King was a little too expensive. Subway is kind of expensive, so we didn't really get those too often. Definitely got hot dogs a lot because, you know, Chicago. But TV dinners we ate a lot of. My mom did cook some meals for us. They were usually like pork tenderloin, or just like a pork tenderloin with gravy and some mashed potatoes and potato gratin. I think that's what it's called. And yeah, so like more quick chickens, more like quick. There were 6 kids, you know. So I didn't, you know, at a young age, except for a couple families, well, really just one family. One of my best friend's moms growing up cooked just like really good food, and they had like a lot of natural foods. They had like a basket of walnuts, like shelled, and I was like, that's so weird. And like my friend, that friend wasn't allowed to drink pop, only like once a week, like for dinner, like 1 pop. And I was like, and I drank pop every day, like all day, because that's what we drank. So it was, you know, I wasn't able at a young age to really appreciate the process of cooking with, you know, fresh vegetables and, you know, different colors and textures. And so, like, in doing this video, I hope, you know, people watch it, like, not only for the cooker, like the person who's like cooking, but, well, no, yeah, that, like, but how important it is to be cooking in the home, right? That's like, that's what I hope people like get towards, because it's, yes, you know, there's a lot of stresses, but it teaches you a lot, and you get stronger, and like literally mentally, because it is like, it is hard, it is stressful, right? There's a lot of time constraints, like you might burn something, you're like, I've burned a lot of things, and you just like kind of, you know, either toss it and like add something else, but you know, that's learning, that's so yeah, it can be hard, but it's worth doing it, not only for yourself but your family, and for young, for kids to like learn about different vegetables and fruits and what they do for your body. Like I learned from my niece and nephew, tell them a couple things, they actually like really like think that's like kind of cool. They won't say, oh, that's cool, but they'll be like, yeah, I'll take another carrot, because I know it's, you know, good for you. So yeah, kids catch on. So and this is somebody coming from who drank pop all growing up, really didn't drink water except for school when like I was like in dire need, and I ate a bagel and cream cheese with a cookie 4 days out of the week at school, and then like I had a like taco salad like every Thursday. So you can like learn at an older age to really enjoy those, but I'm just like, you know, if you can do it, if you can go to the store, get some vegetables, and like if you eat meat, like grab some chicken breasts or chicken thighs are my favorite. Check up some recipes first and then get the rest of the ingredients and try it out, you know? I think it's so important as not only human beings, but as people, is like a family unit, right? To connect. And like even when I got mad at my niece, like that was a connecting point. That was like, I think she was like, okay, I'll go back to the TV show, you know. So yeah, that's what homes are about, is you know, share those moments, that vulnerability, and that love, right? That care to cook and to prepare and to serve, and to like, you know, hopefully have a moment around a table where you can talk and enjoy the food that's been given, especially meat. I was a vegetarian for a year, but I did go back to eating meat. It was just easier around the people, and I still do. We'll see what I come to. Probably eat it much more rarely, but it is something to be appreciated when eating, and so that's another like added layer onto my mindfulness when eating, because I do eat meat a lot, is to really enjoy and to really appreciate, because if you really think about it, that's another life you're eating to give you energy, specifically protein mostly, to get stronger, right? So that's another part of being mindful when eating, especially when you're eating meat. So yeah, cooking is, it's something I wanted to share in this video because, well, if my channel is really trying to get a job to be a daytime talk show host, and you know, they always do cooking, you know, like units our segments. And so, yeah, I love cooking. I wouldn't say I'm really, really good, but I can whip up some food. So, this was about cooking, and I hope you were able to get through it. It goes, but main point, cooking can help you personally, but also within your family. Kids learn quickly and they enjoy knowing how to make their bodies stronger. And so anything you can teach them, as soon as you can teach them, they'll catch on and they will keep that to heart and to mind, because kids are real smart, and it only benefits you if you're struggling with weight or just like different struggles with eating. They're there to help you, and they need your help. And it goes around, and yeah, food is vital, right? You need to eat it every day. So, yeah, pick out a recipe, go to that store and try it out. If you burn something, toss it and do something else. All right, so thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a really good meal, and like try to be mindful, which is just like appreciate and enjoy the smell, taste, texture, temperature, plate, setting, person you may be with, people you may be with, conversation, but specifically that food, because that's going in your body, making you stronger. And yeah, so thank you.